Right, we're outside Durham Crown Court today. We've just been in, we've spent a near full morning. We're going back this afternoon. Now this is about Micheal Humble's case and Durham Constabulary. It all started with Micheal taking to his school evidence of Project Fear, masking the kids, psychological torture, all COVID-19 nonsense, which we now know Project Fear has been confirmed. We've now got confirmation that the injection was a biological chemical weapon. We've filed all of these documents into the court. What actually happened, Micheal was actually arrested at his home. They came and said about him, they said about his family. It was all to put him into fear, to stop him from speaking out about the evidence that he had about Project Fear, because obviously the government don't want people to know that they're trying to murder them in large numbers. They don't want them to know that the injection was a biological chemical weapon. It's got a nanometal antenna in it, and it's connected to the 5G wireless body area network so they can be murdered. They're making the media access code. What happened with Micheal, right, he was a bit early in the game. He spoke to the school, didn't want his child being masked and basically psychologically traumatised by this so-called spooky, which we all knew was a hoax, right, to get people to be injected with a biological chemical weapon. At that case, what happened, he was found guilty at Newton Aycliffe Magistrates Court, where a judge wouldn't allow him to bring in any evidence, wouldn't allow the prosecution evidence to come in, but only used the statements and wouldn't allow us to test those statements in a court. He's found guilty of this harassment. However, prior to that, Micheal was on a roundabout, knew nothing about the court case, so-called harassment, where the coppers went, ragged him out. Now, we know the evidence of this. The police do it on a regular basis, where they'll fabricate an arrest warrant if somebody is doing something that they want to try and stop them. We've got lots of evidence of that. Micheal was actually on a roundabout in a public place, knew absolutely nothing. As far as he was concerned, he was just exposing the criminality. He had his 5G posters, the Project Fear, all that sort of paraphernalia, right, to expose this crime to the general public. Durham Constabulary had a meeting that morning. There's a police officer, PCS, who has just admitted they were on the same shift. They were all told in the morning, right, that Micheal Humble was on that roundabout, right, and then they came up and they cack-handedly fabricated a narrative where two PCSers had just come across this guy on this roundabout. They make a call, next minute, there's this arrest warrant out for him for non-attendance. Total whole shit, all fabricated, which we now have absolutely confirmation of, because they were all in the same meeting that morning from the same police station, where the coppers said they've known nothing about it, but the PCSers knew Micheal was actually on a roundabout. PCSO Bell hasn't attended today. They've put a statement in for her, recently just put a statement in for her, but that they don't want her coming, right? Now, I've heard Cheshire. So we'll see what's going on, because she knows Micheal, and also they'll be trying to put their heads together so that they can not tell the truth in these courts, right? That's what they're doing. They're getting their heads together now, trying to work out how they're going to get round this, because what actually happened, this was a conspiracy by Durham Constabulary to shut Micheal down on a public place. The whole thing was fabricated to stop him speaking out about Project Fear and the genocidal agenda to commit mass murder. These coppers haven't got a clue. Most of them will be dead soon, right? They've taken this injection, this bioweapons injection, this track trace termination technology. Unfortunately, they're victims, but standing here today, you could see the sergeant on the stand when we were trying to put it on him, the fact that Micheal knew nothing about this court case, so consequently couldn't have committed the crime that they said he'd committed, right? They were fluffing about, all right? So they had a full meeting in the morning. They knew Micheal was on the roundabout, and they've had the call, get him off that roundabout. He's too embarrassing for us. That's really what happened today, right? You've got to understand, Micheal gets legal aid. He cannot get a society member to represent him because they're terrified. They've been put into fear. It's not a single barrister, solicitor will stand up and put his evidence into that court, even though he gets legal aid. That should tell everybody all they need to know, right? Absolute unbelievable, but they're in fear. Well, unfortunately, that fear is going to have to leave them, because they're going to be dead soon, right? If they don't get a remedy for what's been injected into them. We know they've got SV40 in them. It's a pre-cancer causing, it's a bioweapon developed by the CIA, and it's going to kill them.
Michael, you seem pretty angry in court. Do you feel like you're getting justice?
No, definitely not getting justice, but we'll get there. I wouldn't say so much angry. Just the way the police went about their business that day. I couldn't watch it. Like I said, when we went in.
Well, when you're getting assaulted, Michael was severely assaulted. They got him on the ground. The Pavas handcuffed him and then Pavas sprayed him. Yeah. Right. They were told they were told just to get him on the ground, do whatever they had to do. They've done all of this. They've been to his home. I've seen the videos of his home. Absolutely disgraceful. In fact, that police officer left his post possibly because he didn't want anything coming out of it. But absolutely unbelievable. The fact is, right? The fact of the matter is, we'll see what happens today. We will be appealing this if we don't get a result. But you've got to remember, the whole system's corrupted. It's how the CPS have tried their best not to bring this PCSO rebellion. What they won't want to have a look at is the video footage. And we'll be back here at 2 o'clock to get a look at that footage.
Yeah. Okay, we'll take it at that then. Yeah.
Let's see if it appears.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks very much. Yeah.